Top 10 Celebrities Who Were Once Poor. J.K. Rowling. Before J.K. Rowling started writing the Harry Potter series, she was struggling as a single mother living off of welfare. Rowling reveals that she even tried committing suicide at a time when she was broke and depressed. Now she is a celebrated author, is a known name in most households. She is worth around $1 billion. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is an American rapper and actor from Long Beach, California. Like a lot of famous rappers, Snoop grew up in squalor. In his early days, selling drugs was everything he had. But after a few short stints in jail, Snoop started making tapes with his friend who was to be the stepbrother of Dr. Dre, Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey grew up in one of the poorest neighborhoods in Long Island. Lack of any toys or other fun things to do, she found amusement by doing things like poisoning her dog and setting her parents' car on fire. Later, she moved to New York to try her luck. She met a Columbia Records executive by coincidence at a party, and not very long after that she was introduced to the world. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is an actor, comedian and producer who's worth around $150 million, but once he lived in a camper van and worked full shifts at a tire factory. According to him, those tough times made him what he is today. He is known for his matchless sense of humor, developed it as a trait while growing up in those difficult conditions. Jay-Z. Jay-Z was raised by his mother Gloria Carter, in Brooklands, where Jay wound up selling drugs and flirting with gun violence. Through ambition and talent, he has managed to become a hugely successful rapper, and one of the richest men in the entertainment industry. Now he is one of the best-selling musicians of all time, having sold more than 100 million records, received 21 Grammy Awards for his music. Halle Berry. Halle Berry is well known as an Oscar-winning actress. She was born in Cleveland, Ohio, but early in her career, Berry moved to New York to pursue her dream as a model and actress. While trying to find work in New York, stayed in a homeless shelter. At the age of 21, this star never gave up and had no financial help from her parents. Now, she's worth around $80 million. Eminem. Eminem was born in St. Joseph, Missouri, the only child of Marshall Bruce Mathers. Eminem had a rough past. His mother was only 15 when she gave birth to him, and his father abandoned him when he was just a baby, leaving his mother to raise him all on her own. After moving from city to city, Eminem became interested in rap music while living in Detroit, and at just 14 he began performing. Eminem is now the most successful white rapper of all time. Now he is worth around $190 million. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was born in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston. The youngest of 9 children, he dropped out of school at the age of 14 and went to work as a street thug. After a couple of years of bad actions, making drug deals and getting high, he was convicted of assaulting 2 men and sentenced to 50 days in prison. After that, his older brother Donnie helped him out and got him a record deal. Finally got his act together and went on to become a major actor. Now he's worth $225 million. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was born in a small town in Canada called Stratford. He was nearly miserably poor. According to Bieber himself, before becoming famous he grew up in a rat-infested home with an empty fridge. He had to sleep on a pull-out couch and lived off a diet consisting mostly of macaroni and cheese. Today, he's worth around $200 million. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio began his career by appearing in television commercials in the early 90s. He grew up in Hollywood surrounded by drug dealers and prostitution, but, despite these unhappy surroundings, Leo skipped out on the low road and found himself landing acting gigs that helped him to the very top of the Hollywood A-list. Also makes it to the list of rich people who overcame severe adversity to come out winners.